Hello and welcome back to this YouTube channel. Today the topic to be covered relates to Firebase. Firebase is a platform by Google that offers database management, SQL, web hosting, and various other services. However, the main focus here is the ability to build an app directly. This can be achieved using Firebase along with generative AI. Generative AI, over time, is leading towards improvement. Prototype, build, and launch modern AI-driven experiences. Users appreciate the Firebase platform, designed to assist throughout the entire app development cycle, backed by Google and trusted by millions of businesses worldwide. Within this, main features include generative AI, which can easily connect Firebase with Gemini, because Gemini is available through Google. And Gemini does not function only as an external resource. To access Gemini API keys directly, visit the Gemini Google AI for Developers page and retrieve API keys. For that, it is required to set the API key as an environmental variable. And after that, the API can be directly obtained from here. Here, what needs to be done is to ensure that the Google account is logged in. It is necessary to connect with the API, and that API must be directly linked with Firebase. The next step is to open Firebase Studio, because in this, all essential functionalities are available. Here, there is an option for a complete web-based development workspace from Google, designed to make it faster and simpler to build, deploy, and manage full-stack multi-platform apps through the browser. This will be accepted. The mail section will be unchecked since it is not required. And now there is an option to create different apps here. The AI will be asked to generate a single prompt because this is just a trial. So here, the suggestion is a focus study flashcard app for active recall. Key features include creating custom flashcards, adding details, and similar tasks. This idea is not suitable. Something else will be saved instead. Because the aim is to select something productive related to personal tracking. So now there is a mindful journaling app. It will be prototyped with AI, and within moments, a complete mind map will be created. This shows how the app will function, which languages it will use, and what its backend flow will be. It will naturally take a little time. And now it is prompting through all available options. A plan is now accessible. In this plan, the name Serene General has been assigned. Some features include AI prompt generation, producing insightful prompts, using a tool to help overcome writer's block and encourage deeper reflection. Now, colors are specified. A layout is available. In the stack, under AI, GenKit and Gemini will be utilized. For the user interface, TypeScript, Next.js, and Tailwind CSS will be used. The next step is to request the prototype for this app. Now this step will move directly into the production cycle, where all file changes will be handled immediately. All tools perform this task, but the point here is that an active prompt option is provided to stop the process and adjust any feature if needed. Even if there is a need to switch AI, what needs to be done is to use the editing option available here to adjust the stack flow, selecting what is needed and removing what is not related to specific options. Now, there is the reasoning about the main page app code that can be added directly. It is possible to switch to code and check how everything operates, but this can only be done for the front end, which will then set up the back end here. It cannot be used for an application at this moment. It is clear that Gemini's API is required here, so the next step is to obtain Gemini's API here. A free key can be created directly with a few clicks. Google AI Studio is opened here. It opens directly. Now direct options appear here. The previous account in use is already logged in. Here the option to create an API key is displayed. It shows that an API key for the Google project could not be created. That happens because a project has not yet been created in Google Cloud Console. So the next step is to go into the console and create a base project. Now there is the option to use the project. Clearly, it is visible that a project has been created here with the name 29807. Here, it can be selected directly. It is possible to choose to create an API key within the existing project. Now what will happen is that an API key will be generated here for use. This will be copied. After copying, it will be saved somewhere among available options. The next step is to open a Word file here, and the key will be saved in the Word file for later use. Now all options have been created. The complete application has been run, and now it is just requesting the API key. The Gemini API key that was used will be entered. Then click Continue. The key has been added, and the first iteration for the old web prototype is ready. Try it in the preview window and describe the changes to be made below. Now the app has been created. Today is 18th of July. It can be shifted to any required date. And then there is the progress section where, if any entry exists, it will be used. It can be stated that today's mood is very sad, and then proceed to get a prompt. So what will be done is to use any prompt directly. Now the AI is running. If the mood is very happy, it can be confirmed by saying, yes, it is. The options are visible here. Entries can be saved directly, and now entries are being stored. There are some general reminders available in the settings. The color can be changed, and a basic app has been created. If there had been any issue, it would have appeared. Now the root is static. TurboPack is enabled. Preferences are also accessible. Then navigate to the system. What should the position be? What should the size be? How can DevTools be hidden? And all related configurations. If more variations are needed, what can be done? Additional options can be provided, and customization can be done. Like, I can say to change the color of the website to a darker shade. Now, as this edit is included, it will start updating the website according to the request made. There are multiple options available in this, which will be shown first. Let's wait until it completely changes the CSS. Now here, whatever changes were requested have appeared. If any other actions or adjustments are needed, they can be done directly. A sample image can also be included to show which option is required. If the code option is clicked, it shows that the code is being used on the back end of the website. While the code is loading, here is something to note. Whenever an API is created, like shown here, there is an API key for a project. This API key is a secure variable by design. As soon as this video ends, this will be handled. Close this one, because this is a private detail. If this needs to be saved in any project, then, first of all, what should be done is to go and set environment variables. There is an option here related to environment variables. This can be accessed from here as well. If simple environment is typed, then go to System and Environment Variables and use the variables directly, like user variables for the users. Or if there are multiple users, then they can be set. Simply come here, write the name of the variable in new, and save it by including the value of the variable, and this will be used as a constant. Obviously, every time the API is needed, there is no need to come here and copy it. Just call the variable from the system setting. This will be deleted for now, and by doing so, things stay secure. We'll get to work. Now the complete studio is open. If the user interface is observed, it is very similar to VS Code. Just like Visual Studio Code, an interface is available, so the user can easily understand how the code is working. This helps ensure that everything is clear and simple to follow, while handling tasks smoothly. So it is finally loaded here. A complete editorial option has been added. There is also a web view, which can be seen directly from here. By checking any of these files directly, it is clear that multiple files have been created in the source in the app. An AI system is available. All components are ready. So it is clear that with a single prompt, all options and buttons have been created. A README file has also been added. It explains that this is the Next.js starter in Firebase Studio. To get started, take a look at the app page. Here is the page form in the source app. This is the actual form, where all other classes have been defined. Now, by checking code actions, there is also an option called Chat with Gemini, which can be used within this workspace. If any color or other element needs to be changed, simply open a chat with Gemini. Gemini's API is already configured, so direct conversation is possible. Even in the code, if any changes are needed, it can be directly connected and discussed. It has not been set up yet because some external features must be used to configure it. Now, by going to the prototyper, this exact web view will appear. If anything needs to be changed, if any progress needs to be checked, or if the API needs to be used directly, it will provide code according to the requirement. That code will be saved as an entry, and that entry will be directly integrated. If history, journaling reminders, or any other functionality needs to be added, with one click, access the prototyping section. All code or any changes can be included directly. In terms of publishing, there are multiple options. First of all, there is a complete setup project in Firebase as it is available here. The second point is that a cloud billing account can be linked. As soon as the account is created, 300 free credits will be provided. After that, it will be possible to publish directly by enabling Firebase services. This is not being done right now because a payment account is not yet available, but if a cloud billing account exists, it can be connected directly and used. Here is an overview of the journal, what is needed in it, and how this project functions. As shown, how it can work on Apple, how it will be added on Android, and what steps are needed to deploy a website on the web. Then for experimentation, there is authentication, cloud storage, hosting, crash analytics, performance cloud computing, and all these analytics-based features provided with this setup. After that, Vertex AI is available, which will handle all AI-based logic in this project. This can be accessed directly to create a project called Gemini Firebase, and this can be deployed as a sample app. So here's the complete app. This app is now in the deployment stage. This means the app will be serviceable on Android, iOS, and similar platforms. It will take some time to load. Here is a Firebase AI app, which can be viewed in a separate form if needed. This Firebase AI Angular can be used directly as an application. Suppose all contents are closed. It is now available in the form of an app known as Firebase Angular. As soon as any application is included, once the process begins, it will create a complete image with different designs. But obviously, these tasks involve a lot of functional work. Many details can be seen in them. There is also a Google Developer Program available, which can be used if required. Here, by going to Sample Publishing and creating a Google Billing account, the app will be created. There are other functional features, so if it needs to be viewed as a website, the Windows option is available here. There is also an option to directly share the preview or publish it. Other than that, there is an option to restart or reboot the app. Here the website appears in the actual options. This shows how things are organized, how date entries are managed, and how different moods are tracked. If any thought is included here, it will appear directly. Multiple apps can be created in this way. This is not a tool limited to creating only one app. This is just the first project. If another project needs to be created here, like generating a sample prompt again, it will create another meditation timer app. And by making such multiple generations, the practice can become more creative, more innovative, and include multiple recommendations. I strongly recommend using the complete Firebase Studio for exploring multiple flexible options and workflows. If coding is to be combined with an app, for example. Let's suppose choosing to go with a basic Go setup or creating a Python class and assigning any preferred name to it. What it will do is, instead of relying on a general vibe coder, it will execute the process using that specific programming language for better results. If there is already a setup repository on GitHub, the required data can be fetched directly from that repo and can be added right away without extra steps. If at any point there is a need to delete this one, that possibility is available and can be used without restrictions. If used exactly as explained, only Gemini's API will be utilized for all functions. No other API key will be required or used in this system. Because it is fully powered by Google and will not accept external tools or additional plugins like Cloud Services or ChatGPT SA in any form. Hope this clearly explains how to create a complete app, how to take it to the deployment stage, and how to iterate it. Please click the like button and subscribe to the channel for more informative videos, and tap the bell icon to stay updated with more upcoming content.